Greetings, esteemed viewers. Welcome back to Dankey Kang Tropical Freeze. We're in one of my favorite levels, just because of the music. In fact, I'm pretty sure that determines how much I like every level. It's just the music. David Wise is a fucking genius, and I rock on the harmonica, as we can all see. Because it's funny, he asked me, hey Brian, do you want to record some music for this game that I'm working on? And I said, hell yeah, David Wise, I absolutely want to do that.
Okay, now I'm going to say, I remember making this comment last time, that the fucking owl enemies look like the Moonkin in WoW.
Maybe they are Moonkin. Maybe World of Warcraft and the fucking Donkey Kong world are one and the same.
That would be surprising, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they did that to try and up their declining player base.
Like, have you ever seen a gorilla in War of Warcraft?
Yes.
Oh shit.
There definitely is one of the subcontinents. Definitely has, like, fucking gorillas. I vaguely remember it. I didn't like that continent. I was getting my ass kicked because I was underleveled. And I believe it's a neutral continent because it's a goblin town there, and goblins are neutral. Or they were. Again, back in my day, you had to quest for manatee form, and you had to swim all the way up the coast to find a medallion.
See, Okay, I thought you were gonna say no, and that I was gonna use the fact that you haven't seen one to mean you don't know what they look like.
No, there's like this rainforest subcontinent, I remember, and I'm pretty sure it just straight up had, like, leopards and gorillas and shit.
Well, okay, well, it fucks up that point, but still, what did they look like? Did they look anything like Donkey Kong?
Oh, apparently you can get gorillas as a pet. Maybe.
Wait, what? In World of Warcraft, not real life.
Yeah, nope, okay, nope, there are definitely multiple kinds of gorillas in WoW. There's a white one, a black one, a red and black one, well, red fur and black one. So, yeah, no, there's a few. One of them is apparently a boss. A few of them are apparently bosses.
Now, are they just gorillas, or are they gorilla people?
They're straight up gorillas.
Okay, do they have ties? Do they wear neckwear?
They do not wear clothes, Brian. They are gorillas.
Well, I don't know.
They all kind of have beards, though. They're very furry gorillas. Donkey Kong isn't very furry.
Yeah, he is. That's not true. He's totally furry.
He has very short fur in comparison to all of these long-haired gorillas.
Okay.
He doesn't have a beard.
Okay, that's true. That's definitely true. But wait, hold it! Cranky Kong has a beard, though.
You know, that's true, but he also isn't, like, gorilla-shaped anymore. He's more, like, monkey-shaped.
Wow, Ariel, how would you feel if I waited, I don't know, like 50 years and told you you're not person-shaped anymore?
What would I be shaped in 50 years, Brian?
As an old lady, and they're not people-shaped.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, look, gorillas have that huge kind of build with the big arms.
As someone who identifies as an old lady, Brian, I feel personally offended.
I'm sorry, Austin. I did not check my privilege. I'm sorry.
That reminds me.
You better be sorry, or I'll whack you with my purse.
Have you seen the post where it's like, you've heard of mom friends, now get ready for grandpa friends? And it's always cranky, cares about you but doesn't show it. And people said it to me being like, you're the grandpa friend. And I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong, actually.
No, I can see it. I can definitely see it.
like complains a lot. I don't remember the whole thing, but...
Do you have lower back problems?
I mean, my back usually hurts, but I feel like that's just more of a woman problem.
Yeah, bro, I don't fucking know. Like, you would be the authority there, but...
I mean, we do just have, like, counterweights on our chest, so I feel like it's probably a pervasive problem if you're bigger than, like, an A or B cup. I don't know.
Yeah, you'd think evolution was... Well, maybe not, because...
Well, the problem is that if we talk about it in terms, evolutionarily speaking, because, you know, I'm going to get into technical terms and y'all are just going to deal with it. Because males tend to find the larger breasts more attractive, they would be more likely to reproduce, which would result in the overall bust size of generations increasing on average as we, you know, go, which I would say is probably the case. I don't know a lot of fully developed women who are, like, flat-chested. I know they exist, but definitely not as many as the average size is like a C cup, basically.
Right.
Which is not super small. It's not huge, but it's not nothing.
Right.
Ariel, I thought you were going to say is unfortunate.
I mean, I don't think so.
I
do.
There was a Japanese bra commercial, sports bra commercial, where they strap these little bra things to these men and put different animals in them based on what cup size it is. So they have, like, birds for, like, the A cup and hamsters for B cup or something. And there's, like, straight up fucking bunnies for D cup. And, you know, then they filmed them trying to exercise and the animals getting thrown all around the cup. Being like, whoa! And they're just like, this is why you need our sports bra. We have done research. It prevents the bouncing because, being totally honest here, bouncing too much hurts. So,
I mean, yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm sold on this bra, but I bet it wouldn't fit me.
I mean, you wouldn't have that problem if there were just more flat-chested people out there.
Yeah, but like I said, reproduction tends to favor the larger chest.
Well, I feel like this is a fault of my predecessors.
I mean, yes, I would agree with that.
So, now, when you date, are you gonna ask for their cup size? And like, no one.
Brian, I don't think I need to ask for a cup size. I think I can see that.
Well, you might not know. If a person's wearing a baggy shirt, you need to be sure. This is important.
I'm pretty sure there would be no second dates.
Alright, so real talk. Are your tits flat or not?
What, me?
No, it was the hypothetical date.
The hypothetical. I think, yeah, again, there will be no second date.
You're right, because they'll say no and I'll leave.
I think they would probably say, are you fucking stupid? What the hell kind of question is this?
Yes. For anyone watching, I wouldn't actually say that.
Yes.
You're trying to better the world. The world needs more flat-chested women.
Brian, don't get on that train. There's a bunch of weebs in that train.
But Ariel, it does.
I mean, debatable. I feel like women's health would overall be better, but we would have to change the standard in the
yeah, see, you wouldn't have as many spinal issues when you get older.
To be fair, though, there's also something that's very interesting, is that our culture actually has, or most Western cultures actually have a different spine curvature than some, less Western cultures. We have more of an S shape, so our back goes in a little bit, and other cultures have more of a J shape. I don't remember. It was a specific tribe they found this in. And they had a much lower reported rate of back problems. So, we think that our society may have evolved for a posture that is more potentially aesthetically pleasing, but not great for your spine.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I think men do it too. At least we don't have the...
You're sorry. You did this.
Yes! I have been orchestrating every single sexual relationship for all human beings.
Well, I'm glad the cards are finally on the table.
Shit, what the fuck was I gonna say now? Shit.
Brian, what you've done is worse than what Saudi over... Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, you should stop. Stop it.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
I was gonna say, you know how some
You're
people
gonna talk about how you prefer flat-chested girls.
No.
You prefer flat-chested men.
Well,
I mean,
yes.
I would assume.
Oh, no, now I
That
remember.
means you're part
Brian,
of the problem.
just be thankful we don't have the S curve that fucking Square Enix characters have.
You know what? Speaking of sexual things and man boobs, so there's this dude at a college campus, and I was sitting in the room waiting because the lecture didn't start yet, and he's talking to this girl, and he's like, "So have you ever watched Monster Musume?"
Oh my god.
And Ariel knows what this is. And he just goes,
Weeps.
but Ariel, it's amazing. He just goes, well, you see, the girl didn't know what it was, so he just goes,
Oh my god.
he just goes, well, you see, it's a harem anime. And he's
Hiram.
a harem.
Oh my god.
And he's like, and all of the different monster girls are based off of different tropes. There's the tsundere. He says tsundere.
Oh my god.
And
This is like...
he's like, there's the sadistic one. And then meanwhile, this girl is just sitting there.
She's like, what have I got myself into? I need to drop this class right now.
And he's like, no, but the best part was, he goes, they didn't put the one trope, though, where the main character's little sister's on the table.
Okay, you know,
Oh, and he said, the show's pretty good. He says, the show's pretty good, I really like it. And then literally like 2 seconds later, I haven't seen it, I'm not very well versed with it. Even though he's watched the whole thing.
okay.
But the best part was, he said, the show has a lot of ichi.
Oh my god.
My favorite part about that is, it's not even spelled how you would pronounce it, like ichi in English.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's
If
really
anything,
not.
you'd say, yachi.
Yo, Ariel, if that guy had tried this cold open with you, what would you have done?
You know,
Would
I
you
probably
just
would have
correct
stared
him?
at him like he was stupid.
He is stupid. No, Ariel, he's the kind of guy, like no joke, he's the kind of guy who would wear a fedora, go up to a girl, tip it, and say, "M'lady."
No, that's exactly what I was thinking as you were saying that, and I'm like, and these, like, losers wonder why they're single? You start a conversation with a girl about an anime that's targeted at men with hypersexualized women, and it's a harem anime, and then you can't even pronounce it correctly. Fucking weebs, man. He's not even a good weeb. What is a shit tier weeb called?
I don't know. Do they have rankings?
I mean, it depends. There's some people who put, like, in the fandom rankings.
Well, whatever it would be called, it would be a mispronunciation of weeb, because he obviously can't pronounce any Japanese term.
He's obviously an otaku.
Otaku.
If someone made a meme out of that, please say yes.
Excuse me, the correct term is otaku.
I'm trying to.
Oh my god.
Okay.
There's this other time, and yes, I'm gonna bring up a different story.
Oh my god.
So I was tagging along with my friend because I was gonna go to his house, but he had to pick up his pre-order for Persona 5 from GameStop.
Fucking weeb.
I mean, Persona's not that weeb; it's pretty popular.
No, it's like, okay, it's not a bad game, but it's still a weeb.
Anyway, I'm tagging along, and the guy, and there's this, we can't leave because we have to pick up the pre-order. He already paid for it. Neither can anyone else that's already there.
Yeah.
One of the people picking up the pre-order was what my circle of friends refer to as a land beast.
Oh god.
Just, okay, first off, we don't have anything against overweight people, okay? It's everything, it's how this guy, like, handles himself that we have the problem with. So, he's this completely obese neckbeard dude.
Oh god.
Who smells like shit. And the entire store smelled like shit. And no one could leave because they had to pick up their pre-orders. And literally, the second this guy left, the GameStop employees ran to the door, fucking propped it open to air it out, and then took out like 3 cans of Febreze and just started spraying everywhere. And all it did was cover it up. You could still smell it.
Those are why there's got soap campaigns at cons. Those people. Wear some fucking deodorant for the love of
that also reminds me of the time a land beast was at a con. So we were just walking around with me and my friends, and then we noticed there was this guy. And you know how cons are usually really crowded?
Yeah.
This guy had like this circle of space between him and everyone else.
Oh my god.
Because of how bad he stank.
That's actually a pretty decent strategy.
Oh yeah, it's especially when you walk up to a vendor and they want you to fucking die.
They're just sitting there being like, do it for the money. You can put up with the weeb stench for the money.
Oh no, that's not weeb stench. That's fucking, that's
no. I mean, to be fair,
that's otaku stench.
To be fair, the anime community is not fond of people who don't fucking shower or put on deodorant at conventions.
You have a hotel room. It's not that hard.
You literally have a shower right goddamn there.
And even if you're staying in your car, you could at least bring some spray-on deodorant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is also a separate movement to telling people that Axe is not a replacement for a shower, but, it's one step at a time.
It's not, but it helps.
It does something. At least you tried. Oh my god. Those were terrible.
I mean, I'm still in the camp that, yes, it's terrible for everybody else, but you might make lines shorter. Since you're not as close to people, you might not get sick.
You could also get thrown out.
I'm going to say, for another reason, back in high school, Brian probably doesn't even remember this. Maureen, one of our other friends, and I had this power where no one wanted to be near us. Which, ostracization is great, but we would take advantage of it. Because whenever we had to show up for a school assembly, we would just pick whatever seats we want, and there would be like a 4-seat radius around us that no one would sit. So we're like, alright, we're just holding the seats for everyone else.
It's very convenient.
Did it not work one time?
No, it basically always worked.
Okay.
It's because nobody wanted to be near us, and we were just like, yeah, fuck you guys anyway, we don't care. Anyway. That's it. The episode ended.
Oh, it did? Oh, shit.
Brian, it's your fucking game!